Okay, so we continue analyzing, and this time we'll see a game between Grandmasters Komarov against Aseev, and we'll see White opens the game with d4, Black plays knight to f6, c4, and here Black plays e6. Here White plays he3, which is the Catalan variation. The reason White plays this is because he wants to stop the Nimzo Indian. For instance, if White goes knight to c3, then we can play bishop to b4, and we have a nice pin here. Black's idea is to take the knight, therefore destroying White's pawn structure. The other move is playing knight to f3, and here Black can try the Queen's Indian by playing b6 and bishop to b7. When White plays e3, bishop b4, it's a possibility, although Black is not pinning the knight. And if we play b6, then bishop e2 is kind of annoying, of course. We can't play bishop to b7. So that is the advantage of playing the Catalan. And Black decides playing with c5. And this move reminds me of the Benoni defense, also the Benko Gambit, where Black plays a c5, and if White advances, then we can try a Gambit with b5, or we can also take, and here we have a Benoni defense. However, White decides to play with a knight to f3. He leaves the knight in the center. He leaves the d4 pawn in the center, and once Black takes, then we have opposition from the English defense. This is like the English, where White plays c4, we play c5, and then we play something like this. We get same position. So we can tell the move order employed by Black is flexible. We can get positions from a lot of different defenses. So c takes d4, knight takes d4, Black plays a6. If you are a Sicilian player, you probably know that we have to play a6, and this position reminds me of the Sicilian. We have to stop knight b5 and knight to d6. And also when we play a6, our idea as Black is to play queen c7, so it's good to stop knight b5. Queen c7, attacking the c4 pawn, and here White decides to take the risk and play bishop e5. I don't mind sacrificing the pawn because White has stronger development, although in this position I would just play queen d3. I think White can get an advantage without sacrificing a pawn because he's got more space and he has a better development already. Therefore, sacrificing a pawn, it's a matter of styles too, but I prefer playing queen d3 maybe. So bishop e5, black takes the challenge and plays queen takes c4, and of course white is down a pawn. He has to get an attack as soon as possible, therefore he plays rook c1, and he's got some tricks on the c file already. Therefore, we play knight to c6. By the way, if he plays bishop takes, I think this is much better for us. Okay, he's destroying our pawn structure on the king side. However, here we have the extra pawn plus the bishop pair. One day, that position is going to be open, and this is gonna favor our bishops. So rook to c1, we play knight to c6, white plays knight to b3, and a very nice concept by black, knight to e4. The thing is, apart from the move, we have to understand the concept behind it. When we play knight e4, we want to trade pieces off, and that is a good idea when you're defending. It's also a good idea if you have more material. I mean, it's good to trade pieces off. So we play knight to e4, and white plays this unexpected move, bishop e2. If he takes, we just take back. Here we win a big tempo because we are also attacking the rook on h1, and after f3 we just play queen e6, attacking the bishop. Then we are just a few moves away from finishing our development. I mean, this should be easy. I mean, we can get a clear advantage by easy means. Therefore, white tries bishop e2, and then knight takes e5. Well, that looks like a free piece, although he'll play h4, and white is getting his piece back. We can also analyze here taking on c3. I would consider this move, because if rook takes, then we can just play bishop b4, and we have a pin here. Here we are winning this change. I guess after knight takes, he's probably playing pawn takes. And then I like this move. We win another tempo, and after this we can just castle. We still have some problems to finish our queenside development. That is the only problem we have here, this bishop on c8, which is a tall pawn. That means it's a bad bishop, but I think in the long run we can fix this, and we still have our extra pawn. So bishop e2, knight takes e5. I like this move too. We'll see. We'll have to defend for a while. Although, if you see you have good defense resources, then you have to choose that variation. So h4, queen e4. We get out of the c file, and we take the chance to win a second pawn. So pawn takes e5, queen takes, and white decides to play king f1. This move, it's not easy to understand. The thing is, if he castles, then we just play d5, we move our bishop somewhere, probably e7, we castle, and we have the bishop pair plus 2 extra pawns. In other words, it's a winning position for us. He plays king f1 because he wants to stay with the rook on the h file. That makes a lot of sense. If we castle, he'll have the chance of attacking there. The other option is playing knight to e4. Feels like white wins a tempo. We just come back home with our queen. Knight d6 check. We can just keep trading pieces off here. And queen e7. We castle next. I don't think white has enough compensation here, so he tries king to f1. Well, the king there, it's safe in case we play bishop to b4 maybe. That is the only advantage I see. And black plays d5. I like the move, considering I have 2 extra pawns and my queen is not doing much on e5. I would have played queen d8 probably, which is safe, and then I can think about moving my bishop and castling, of course. d5. Again, this is probably better for black. The only thing is, after d5, white has the chance of opening that position. So e4, and here, of course, we don't want to open lines. We want to close that position because our king is still in the center. So we play d4. And white plays rook to h5. If knight takes d4, then we just take, and we can see the rook on c1 is hanging. That queen on d1 was kind of overloaded, so d4, rook to h5, deviating our queen, and then we just play queen to d8. Feels like white has strong attack. However, we have a solid position, and that is what matters. And we'll also have the chance of playing e6, bishop e7. Once we castle, then it's over. So here white, instead of playing the passive knight to e2, he decides to sacrifice, to sacrifice everything. It's like if he plays natural moves, he's gonna lose anyway, so he tries opening lines with knight to d5, and we play the cold move e6. Taking the knight. Maybe if you are analyzing this with the computer, it's okay, but in a real game it's not easy. Here the e file is open, our king is there, and most important, we don't have any development, so there's no point in playing this. It's better to push that rook back, play bishop e7 and castle. And again white decides to sacrifice. with a knight takes d4. Here we'll have to calculate a bit, because we can take the knight, d5, we can also take on d4. Of course, we can also consider taking the rook. So let us see. Of course, the first move we look at is taking the rook. Then we win a lot of material. When we analyze knight takes d4, we can see this is not good, as after queen takes d4, that rook on h8 is also hanging. Taking the knight on d5 looks risky. Suddenly white's rook is also attacking here. Therefore, taking the rook feels like the best option for us. And it's also important to see that white is running out of pieces. Knight takes. If rook takes, we have to be careful here. If we take the rook, then knight takes, and despite having a lot of extra material, black is in trouble here because those knights are annoying. He's got a lot of checkmates, like for instance queen d6, knight f6 mate. If queen e5, then we have knight to c7. A lot of ideas we have to be aware of. So if he plays rook takes, then we take the knight on d5, and then he's losing. I don't see any trick here. So knight takes, then we play pawn takes, and yeah, white plays the only try, in my opinion, queen d4. Other than that, if he moves the knight, we just trade queens off, and we have an extra rook. You know that without queens, there's no attack at all. So queen d4, and then we take the knight. When you are defending and you have a lot of material, sometimes it's a good idea to give some material back in order to trade pieces. We get rid of that knight, which was annoying, and after queen takes, we just finish our development. As we said before, he's running out of pieces. So he tries rook to d1. I like this try. We were about to play rook c8, trying to trade rooks off. So rook to d1, queen to b6. It's nice to see black's technique in this game, because we already have a winning advantage, although there's still room for mistakes. So queen to b6, white takes on d5, and here we just play rook to d8. After this, we make sure we trade everything off. That d5 pawn is under a pin, so here white, he's down a piece. He tries getting as many pawns as he can. We play bishop takes, queen takes h5. Well, if bishop takes, we can play rook takes d5. I think that's good enough for a win. However, queen b5 check is better. We don't want to lose a single pawn here. I mean, in this variation, we also keep the h5 pawn. So queen takes, bishop takes, king takes, we keep on trading, and after queen takes b2, material is equal, except we have the extra bishop, and this bishop f8 is gonna decide the rest. Of course, if queen a4, we stop all the checks with queen b5, and here we can just finish him off with queen d5, trading everything. So this was, I think, looks like a simple game when you analyze it, although it's not that easy when you play it in real life. So I hope you enjoyed this example, and we'll continue analyzing in next videos. Thank you. This is Grandmaster Damian Lemos here for onlinechesslessons.net. First of all, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to receive more free chess videos from us, you can just click the subscribe button below. I would also highly recommend signing up for my free mail course, the 10 Grandmaster Secrets to Dominate Chess. During this exclusive course from onlinechesslessons.net, I'll share with you my own Grandmaster shortcuts to effective attacking, defending, and growth hacks to improving your chess without complicated books or memorization. So sign up by clicking the sidebar on the right, and I know you won't be disappointed. Once more, this is Damian for onlinechesslessons.net, and I'll see you in my videos. Thank you.